what's up, everybody?
What's going on?
This is Tony.
And I'm Jenny.
And we're here for Cruise Wars. Cruise Wars, Volume 7. Alright, guys, welcome back to another episode.
Is he gonna wear that?
Why are you yelling for Brad?
Well, because, did he say to wear that t-shirt?
I always wear a t-shirt. Just because you got on a night. Brad, do I have to change?
I don't think so either. Yeah, I think he should. Really? Now you look like Don Johnson from Miami Vice.
What are you guys gonna say now? I got on a jacket. Cruise Wars!
Cruise Wars!
Where we go to war weekly over the hottest topics in cruising.
And about what we wear.
You guys. So anyways, if this is your first time to Cruise Wars, make sure you're dressed nicely, I guess. And let me tell you how it works. Each week we have 8 topics, 5 from the previous Cruise Wars and 3 new topics. We mix them in a bowl, this bowl right here. We choose them out one at a time, and we roll a die to decide whether we're going to argue for the topic or against the topic.
Thus, Cruise Wars!
Cruise Wars. I'm not even going to say it now.
Cruise Wars.
Jacket. All right, Jenny, do you want to tell the people what the 5 previous topics were?
I got it, Don. I will read the past ones that we still have in the bowl that we haven't chosen yet. Should you book excursions through third parties? Should you tip extra? Should cruise lines allow bottled drinks and water? Should there be a topless deck? Should comedians use vulgar language in the adult comedy shows?
Those are the 5 topics that have survived. I don't know if any of those have survived since week 1. That would be interesting.
I don't know. You want to read the next 3 that have been given to us?
The new topics for the week. Should you give others drinks from your drink package? In the bowl. Should you rent snorkel equipment or buy your own? Or bring your own? Maybe you could steal some. I don't know.
Don't tell people to do that.
Don't steal. Should you go number 2 in the cabin?
Where would you go?
All right, guys. What we do is we mix up the topics. We get them nice and mixed up.
And that's good. All right, Tony. Brad. Come on.
I believe that I went first during last week's.
So I go first.
Yes.
1 through 10 is you are for, and 11 through 20 you are against.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you gonna draw a topic before you roll?
Oh yes. Let me roll it up. You got that timer coming?
Yes.
Cruise Wars.
Cruise Wars. Maybe.
All right. The first topic is a little racy.
No racy.
Should there be a topless deck?
So topless deck, are we talking a place where men and women can remove their top for sunbathing?
All right, let me roll the die. 17 means I'm against.
You're against the topless. That means I'm for toplessness.
Aren't you lucky today?
Let me see if I can craft a good argument that way. All right, Jenny. 1 minute to tell us why topless decks should not be allowed on the cruise ship. Are you ready?
I am ready.
1 minute on the clock. Your time starts now.
Okay, so I take my family on a cruise and we just want to hang out up top somewhere on a deck, and we go strolling, and I have my grandkids with me and my children and my husband, and then all of a sudden I didn't realize that there was a topless part of the deck. How embarrassing for me to have to tell my grandson, let me cover your eyes. I think there is a place and a time for that. Go back to your cabin. And, if you want to sunbathe topless, well, then go into a tanning bed or do it at your own house. I just don't feel that at a public place like a cruise ship where you can't really go many places, I just don't think that that's a place for being topless.
Oh, your time is up.
Okay. That's good. Oh, Tony is 4. Let's hear what he has to say.
Jenny's a big
He may
Puritan
be in the doghouse
prude.
again.
Is that a threat?
Here we go.
This is all make-believe, Jenny. What am I arguing for?
A topless deck on a cruise ship.
Do I have 1 minute on the clock?
You have 1 minute on the clock. You ready? Go.
Yes. Yes. I mean, this is America. The home of the free and the brave. The home of freedom of choice. And I think that if adults would like to... I am able to suntan without my shirt on. I think it's more than appropriate that the other gender should have the same equal rights. I'm here fighting for equality today. I believe. Now look, I think it needs to be in a place that's well regulated so that you don't have kids up there. I'm not some sort of savage. But I believe if people want the freedom of expression, if they want to be able to get a good even tan, I don't think that it's up to me to keep people from doing that. I mean, have you seen tan lines? It's atrocious. Topless decks on the ship are good for people's tanning, and it's good for morale. Topless.
You done. That all you got? Because your time is up.
That's it.
Topless man.
I would never go up there without my sunglasses.
What's the next topic?
The next topic is, what do you think? Topless on a cruise ship? Are you for it? Are you against it? Leave a comment below. Should you rent snorkel equipment or buy your own?
Wait, let's go back to the other thing. At one point, I think there was topless on the cruise ship. So, if you've been on a cruise like that, let us know also.
Yeah, so I'm interested. In my mind, I'm thinking it's got to be just a bunch of folks up there who like being topless and then a bunch of dudes that are trying to see topless women. I don't know if that's the way it is. I don't know if I'm too conservative. But if you've ever been on a topless deck, let me know what the makeup of that thing was. All right, I am arguing. Oh wait, we're gonna roll the die to see if I'm for or against bringing your own equipment or renting snorkel equipment. 14. I am against renting snorkel equipment.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
Go.
Of course, I'm against renting snorkel equipment. You put that thing in your mouth. Like what's gonna... I can barely share a toothbrush with my wife, much less stick like this huge thing in my mouth that how many people have had that in their mouth? It's ridiculous. I think you can buy snorkel gear for like $25. It's not very big. You just throw it in your bag. I mean, look, I don't even like to put on bowling shoes when I go bowling. You don't know whose feet have been in that, much less something in your mouth. Come on, people. Spend the $25, get your own snorkel gear, and don't use snorkel gear. It's so gross. Ugh. I yield back my time. Should you rent your own snorkel equipment? Jenny is going to argue yes, you should. 1 minute on the clock. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Time starts now.
So for that one time a year that I might spend a minute in the ocean snorkeling, I'm not going to waste $25 on buying that. I mean, come on, people. We get our nails done. They all use the same thing when they're picking out your toes and everything is sanitized. But we're okay with that. So why not? I mean, when we go to the dentist, hello. People have used those utensil things before. They've been sanitized. So are we going to go to the dentist and say, I want to buy that little pricky thing that you're using? No, just rent the snorkel stuff. They've sanitized it. And if not, bring your own. If you're not comfortable with that, just bring your own sanitizer and you wipe it down. It's no big deal for 30 seconds that you're underwater. I yield back my time. Don't waste your money, people.
So what you're telling me is The dentist office is the same as a beachside shack.
Yeah, I mean, the same stuff is going in your mouth.
What do you guys think?
I mean, at the dentist, there's blood and everything, too.
Come on. What do you guys think? Are you... Do you rent this gear or do you buy this gear?
Rent it. Don't waste your money.
Or is it not gross?
Dip it in the salt water. It'll be fine. It's like that 10 seconds rule.
Some weird topics tonight. Weird top. Oh, wait, you're picking.
Oh, I get some.
Leave a comment below. Let us know what you do. Topic number 3.
Do you have your own?
3.
Oh, do you rent it? All right. Should you tip extra?
Should you tip extra?
I am for it.
You are for tipping extra. Mm-hmm. All right, let me get 1 minute on the clock. Somehow I lost the clock. We're high tech over here. All right, Jenny, you're arguing
Brad should
for
be doing that anyway.
Tipping extra. Who is Brad? One minute on the clock.
Okay.
1 minute.
So listen.
Wait, I haven't said your time starts now. Have you learned nothing in these 6 cruise wars, Jenny?
Cruise
wars! You have to wait.
Team Jenny!
You have to wait. Oh! She throws out the Team Jenny. All right. 60 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now.
All right. So, when you pay your gratuities, that gets split amongst everybody on the ship. The people in the dining room, your steward. You should tip extra. They don't make but a few dollars an hour anyway. And they work hard for us to enjoy our vacation and have that dream vacation that we're all thinking about when we're on the cruise ship. And it's 24 hours they're working. So if you have a few extra dollars, throw it to them. That's it. Just be generous. You're on vacation. Be nice. I yield back my time. All right, and you are against tipping extra, cheapo. Go.
It's not about being cheap. Look, I'm happy to pay what I owe. When I go to the poolside bar and I get my kiss on the lips, or I get my land shark beer if they have that, they give me back a ticket. It says $8. It says 35 cents gratuity, and then it says additional gratuity. Like, didn't I just pay the 35-cent gratuity? When I prepaid my cruise, didn't I pay gratuity? Why am I giving extra? I don't really understand. Like, I said it before on the whole gratuity discussion. Just pay people what they're worth. Tell me what I owe on the front end, and then that way I don't have to have an awkward, uncomfortable situation every time I buy a drink, every time I do anything. I'm inclined to give money when somebody's asking for money. I like to see people happy because they're getting money, but dang, every time that I do something after I prepaid my gratuity, after I paid the gratuity that's already on the check, I gotta go through the whole emotional roller coaster.
Sorry, done. Time, done, out.
Just let me pay up front. Why I gotta figure this out?
Really? Because those people work hard.
I know, I'm happy to pay them one time. What about you guys? Do you tip extra? Do you add on the additional line when the tip's included?
Cruise Wars.
Cruise Wars. Leave a comment below. All right, those were the 3 topics for tonight. Like we do every week, we'd like to tell you guys what we really think about the issues. Remember, it's all in good fun. Don't take this too seriously. These are just topics that we've seen people lose their mind over. Both of us believe that there really are no bad times on a cruise ship. Nothing to lose your mind over. A lot of this stuff is personal preference, so be nice to each other when you're talking to each other about it. But as far as our personal opinions, here those come.
All right, the first one was, should there be a topless deck on the ship?
I'll let you answer that first.
So I think if it's a secluded area and you are over 21 and you are going in there to, I don't know. As long as I don't have to be subjected to it, if I don't want to be subjected to it, then I think it's fine.
Yeah, so I think if you can have an area like that where you're not going to expose kids and you're not going to expose people that aren't into that, I think it's okay. I think it's exotic. I think it's kind of sexy, if I can say that, if we're all adults. And for people that want to do that, I think they should be able to But, you know, it's like everything else in life, you know, as long as it's not hurting kids, and as long as you're not making people who don't want to participate, and as long as nobody's at risk, I think adults should be able to make adult decisions.
Mm-hmm. So now you know where we'll see Retro Sarge and his brother.
Oh, did we figure out where the top is?
Anyway, that's how I feel about it. If as long as, like you said, if they're not subjected, if I don't have to be subjected to it, and children, you know, I don't think it's, who cares, you know, to each his own.
That's right.
The second one was, should you rent snorkel equipment or buy your own? All right, so my personal opinion is $25. Just buy your own. I don't want other people's stuff in my house.
Yeah. I don't care. I'll rent it. I don't care. It doesn't really bother me. I wear bowling shoes, you know, like as long as you sanitize it some way, you know. I haven't heard of like a massive people getting sick off of scuba gear, so
no.
It's gross, I guess, but who cares? You're on vacation.
Well, and that's it. You have those little wipes and that kind of stuff, and
yeah.
I don't know. If I became a huge snorkeler.
Yeah, like when I bowled a lot, I bought my own shoes eventually. So.
Yeah, and that heavy ball. How many pounds is that ball?
I don't know, but I haven't used it in years. Yeah.
You probably can't even.
Why was I a teenage bowler? I don't know. Maybe it was a thing back in the 80s.
The last topic was, should you tip extra? So I mean, yeah. You know, if you have 30 cents to just give a little extra, yeah. My thing is, I usually just round it up.
I always tip extra, but I do feel that argument. I love being generous, but man, I hate being nickel and dime for everything. Like if somebody could just tell me what I should pay, I would be happy to pay it. And you know, and if there's opportunities where somebody gives me great service and I feel moved to pay more, I'd be happy to do that. I just don't like the process of, you know, so I prepaid my gratuities, or I paid for a drink. It already says gratuities included, but there's always that extra line of like, do you want to give some more? It's like, well, I wish you would have just told me what to give in the first place. Now I feel a little uncomfortable. But
that's like when I would go up to get coffee. It's almost like they, you know, like they know that people like me, I'll round things up. And yeah, you feel like, oh my goodness, I should probably put something down. This person's watching me sign it, you know, to my sale and sign. So I think they purposely may make it a certain amount, and then the tipping, and then it comes, like my coffee every day was $2.65. Well, I didn't have one every day, but it's $2.65. So yeah, I mean, like I would just be a cheapskate if I didn't give them 35 cents as a tip.
I always give extra. I guess I need to do some soul searching to decide whether it's out of compulsion because that extra line's there, if I'm just being generous. But I know me personally, I tend to tip, and I like giving tips. The only time I'm offended is when there's a little, it feels manipulative.
Right.
And it's like, hey, I just want to be generous. You don't have to manipulate me to be generous.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. What do you guys think? Tips, no tips, extra tips? I don't know. But
well, and really what they should do is just put 15, 20, 25. You know, and, and let us just check off which one you want.
Or just leave it blank so that you tip what you want to tip.
Well, I mean, they want the 15% gratuity.
Right.
So why not, instead of just a tip, you know, they put the 15% in there, and then they put that line for extra. So why not just put 15, 20, or 25? Because most of the time people are going to just hit the 20.
So when I worked fine dining, I used to work on a team of 4, and we would do large parties. So we would wait on, you know, 20 to 25 people at a time. Usually it was some sort of corporate function. The bills for those dinners were multiple thousands of dollars. And we could put a 18% gratuity on there. I worked with this crazy room captain who was a bit of a gambler. We hit the road one time, went to a casino, lost a bunch of money. That was that guy's personality. Every night we let it ride. And more times than not, people were generous than they were stingy. We had, every once in a while, we had people, even though we gave stellar service, didn't tip us even 15%, even 10%. But more times than not, we got 20 or 25% on a huge bill. And we made more money by letting it ride. I guess that's just me. I would rather depend on people's generosity than trying to manipulate people into giving more.
Right.
But anyways,
Anyways, how do you feel? Do you give extra? Do you feel like sometimes I feel like if I don't put that extra tip on there, they may spit in my drink or something?
No, nobody's gonna do that. All right, guys. Well, that is Cruise Wars number 7.
Wars!
Cruise Wars!
Number what?
7.
7!
Yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, maybe hit that like button. But hey, we depend on you guys to help us come up with new topics. So if you have a good topic for Cruise Wars, leave it in the comment below. Also below, all of our social media links. If you want to hook up with us there, check that out. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. With notifications on, you get notified. This is a weekly show. We try to put it out every Saturday.
Yes.
And yeah, so Cruise Wars.
That's not how it goes.
Cruise Wars.
Cruise Wars.
Cruise Wars. So I guess until the next time.
We'll see you on
Cruise
the
Wars.
See you on the Lido.
Team Tony, see you on the Lido.
Team Jenny, stop it.
See you on the Lido.
Team Jenny.
Bye.
Bye.